First on the tee from Hudson, Quebec.
Tournament day. I came in feeling ready. Swing felt good, mindset was sharp. But this round turned into something I didn't expect. A test of patience. In this vlog, you'll see the shots, the choices, and the moments that pushed me to stay steady when the momentum just wouldn't come. Let's tee it up.
Draw, and it's in the hole.
Looking good.
What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're at Elm Ridge Country Club just outside of Montreal for the Quebec PGA Hadassah-Wizo Pro-Am. It's a one-day event where every pro is paired with 3 amateurs, though we are playing our own ball and there is money on the line. The Hadassah-Wizo Foundation empowers women and children by supporting education, healthcare, and social services across Israel and Canada. It is a beautiful day here at the Elm Ridge Country Club as I get warmed up. We did have a little bit of a surprising moment as we concluded our warm-up.
Oh my god.
You might have to wait a couple minutes before you go get that.
I might have to wait 10 minutes. Did you get that on video?
Absolutely.
Did you? What are you guys videoing for?
For YouTube. I'm James, by the way.
What's up? I'm Caleb.
What's up, Caleb? How you doing?
Not so well.
All in all, Caleb was a very good sport about that.
First on the tee from Hudson, Quebec. James Colin Davis.
And here we go. So this event is taking place on the 2 golf courses here at Elm Ridge, the north and south. We are on the north course and it is a shotgun start. So we are starting on the par 3 12th hole, which today is playing 157 yards to a back flag. That is a 9-iron that I hit very, very well.
Thank you.
Good swing to start the day. That had me feeling pretty good right out of the gates. This here is one of our amateurs. This is Joe. Now, Joe told us before he hit the shot that he'd made a hole-in-one in his first shot in this tournament last year. We figured lightning might strike twice.
Good one, Joe.
Yeah, good swing.
It's not a hole-in-one, but all in all, a pretty solid shot there by Joe. I have this birdie putt here up the hill about 15 feet, breaking a little bit from right to left.
Ooh.
Just a slight underread, but all in all, solid start to the day. Gave myself a good look at birdie, and I gave it a good run. Just a little bit of work here left for our par. Tuck that away, even par through 1 hole. The 13th hole is a dogleg left par 5 coming in at 525 yards. Those who've been watching the channel for a while know that I've been struggling with some left misses with the driver. I do not want to miss this left, there is no room. So I promptly miss it a little bit too far to the right. Now, way better off missing this right than left. At least I should have a chance to advance the ball up around the corner and give myself a good third shot in. Though when we do find my ball, it's not necessarily in a great spot. I'm on a side slope. I've got some trees not too far in front of me. I've got a window to get this out of, but I do need this to hook. So I'm trying to hit this through these 2 trees and hook it.
Ooh.
I have to admit I meant for it to go left of that next tree. It didn't hook as early as I expected. It is fine. I was able to advance it. Early wildlife segment this week. We have some wild turkeys roaming the golf course. Apparently they're fairly savage. So we have 118 yards in here to this par 5 for our 3rd shot. This is a gap wedge.
Oh,
it was quite well hit and just pulled it a little bit. I had the distance right. You can see that that thing released quite a bit coming out of the rough. That green was fairly firm. So an outside look here for birdie on this par 5. We definitely didn't play this hole as well as we'd wanted, but we do still have a look.
Come on, yes sir, yes sir.
Oh, what a great
Just a great effort. from that distance. Really happy with that. 2 holes in, we have narrowly missed birdies on both holes. I'm feeling alright. Let's keep this going. The 14th hole is a 411-yard par 4. Straight away, slightly on the narrow side, but I am hitting driver. I want to get this as far out as I can. Give myself the shortest possible shot left into this green. Admittedly not my best strike. This was a little bit high and out of the toe. But for a miss, if I can hit it down the left center of the fairway, I'm pretty happy. 130 yards left in. I felt like this was into the wind, so I'm hitting a little pitching wedge.
Sit.
I did hit this about a groove thin. It came out a little bit lower than I planned. And it clearly wasn't really into the wind. That went much further than I had expected. Now we're at the back of the green, putting back towards this pin at the front. This thing has a ton of movement from right to left. And a ton more movement than I had actually predicted. Pace was good though, at least. We don't have much work left here for our par. This here turning a little bit from my right to left. Turned a little bit more from my right to left than I expected, but it's in. Even par through 3 holes and onto the par 5 15th, which today is playing 194 yards to a pin in the back right of the green. Now, we did not have pin sheets today. It was hard to tell exactly where this was. Regardless, I'm hitting 7-iron and I got a little stuck. Flip the hands over a little bit. That's going to finish a little bit short left of the flag. It is on the green once Matt pans left. There it is. We are on the green. We do have a putt, but my lord, this is a tricky putt going uphill, turning from right to left, and then quickly going back down the hill and turning from left to right. The pace control on this was very difficult, but I did want to get it past the hole because it does mean that my next putt here is going to be going back up the hill. This uphill for par, turning from right to left.
Yep.
Managed to tuck that in. Really nice 2-putt par save there. On to the par 4 16th, 417 yards today. I'm hitting driver again. It's very straight away. This one's a little bit wider than the previous par 4. I really want to open up on this one, put a good swing on it. I can't hit a drive much better than that. That was pretty picture perfect as far as I'm concerned. Just down the right side of the fairway. 116 yards left in here. I'm hitting my gap wedge back into the wind. Trying to hit it about 120 yards. There was just a little bit of a breeze into here. This goes a little left, but it does spin back and works its way back to the right.
Sit.
Gets below pin high, so I am going to have an uphill putt. So this look here for birdie, I mean, you can see on camera, this thing is going to break significantly.
No.
Decent roll, but just a massive, massive underread. You see my amateur partner almost picked up my ball there. I don't know what the ruling on that would be in this format, but let's just say that would be no bueno. The 17th hole is a double dogleg par 5, playing 510 yards today. So this goes left off the tee and then heavily back around to the right once you get to about the 100-yard marker. If you want to try this in 2, I have to go up over the trees on the left, which I thought I'd done. Again, that was fairly well hit. We didn't see it off the tee, but that ended up hitting some branches and kicking back out to the right. So we did find my ball in the fairway, but I have 290 yards in. I don't have an angle, and I can't get it there anyway. So this is a 5-iron that I'm just trying to get up just inside of the 100-yard marker. Very good swing there. Great strike. Right down my line. Leaves me 93 yards in here to this flag in the back middle of the green. That's a flighted down lob wedge on a great line.
Sit.
Fortunately, I did try to take some spin off of that, but it did spin back down the hill a little bit. It is going to leave me an uphill putt, but it's a little bit further away than I would have liked. So this uphill look here, turning from left to right.
Turn.
A slight overread and definitely a little frisky with the pace on that one. Gave myself a little more work here for par than I wanted. This turning from my right to left. And we're in for par. Lots of pars, but we have got to start making some of these birdie putts at some point. The 18th hole is a 364-yard par 4 that doglegs to the left. Now there are two bodies of water out down the left side. So I'm only hitting 5-iron here just for placement, just trying to hit it right of the fairway bunker you see. And good strike, but I did turn this over, and I was a little nervous about this one because it is blind. You can't quite see where the water is. We did see a bounce, that made me feel a little bit better. It is fine, definitely more aggressive than I wanted. I have 142 yards in here, uphill, a little into the wind. That's a controlled 9-iron. Very nice looking golf shot. Pin high, about 10 or 11 feet right of the hole. We have given ourselves another very good look for birdie here. As mentioned, we got to start making some of these. Had a number of good looks. Putts have just not fallen yet. This one turning from right to left again. Just a slight overread. That was the pace I was looking for, but just can't quite get the reads, and I'm struggling to match up the pace when I do get the reads right. So, trying to stay patient here. It's not the end of the world. We've made 7 pars in a row. For the most part, it's been pretty stress-free. I definitely feel like we deserve to be a couple under at this point.
Yeah.
Turning on to the front 9, this is the first hole, a 348-yard dogleg right par 4. Now, I am hitting hybrid here. I'm just trying to hit it over that kind of willow tree on the corner with a little bit of a fade on it. Very nicely done there. Exactly the shot I was picturing. That's going to put me in the left side of the fairway with a wedge into the green. 84 yards left here to this pin on the left side of the green. This is a controlled lob wedge. Great strike on a good line. Good for distance. Another solid wedge shot. We have given ourselves another really good look at birdie here. This putt here is slightly uphill. Not much in it in terms of break.
Get it.
At least I didn't think there was. It did break a little bit left. Either way, I should have hit that with more pace. That was not a very good effort from that distance. I'm definitely disappointed in that one. The second hole is a 368-yard par 4. A little bit uphill, very straight. I am hitting driver. I want to get this as close to the green as I can. Another great swing there. A nice little fade on it up the right-hand side. This is going to kick back to the left.
Oh yeah, nice left kick
fairway.
too.
No complaints there. So 52 yards left here. Now, we're going to see here that I'm going to get set up for this shot and I'm going to step off of it. One of my partners in the group is moving his cart around, and you have to expect this on days like this. It's just part of playing in Pro-Ams. I take my time, go back, reset, step back into the shot. Again,
Yeah. Thank you.
something takes away my attention from what I'm trying to do. So I reset again, just trying to breathe, get back into my flow state. I've got 52 yards here. It's a bit of an awkward shot. Honestly, if I'd had a pin sheet, I wouldn't have hit driver. And I was just completely unable to reset. Very frustrating.
Fuck, man. Why does that bother me so much?
Now, that is not on the amateur in my group. This is on me. I need to be better mentally. This chip from just short of the green, again, a little short-sided, trying to land it short, run it up. Decent effort, meant to fly that about a yard further. I do have a putt for par. It's a little bit more work than I would have liked, especially considering how good we had hit that drive. I would have liked this length of putt here for my birdie. But it is what it is. Uphill, turning from left to right.
Come on.
I have overread some, and I underread this one.
We're gonna be up tourists now. Look at what's ahead
That's a
of us.
bogey. That puts us at 1 over on the day. It's not the end of the world. I deserved it after how I wasn't able to rally when my attention was taken away on my second shot. The third hole is a par 3, 164 yards, a little bit into wind, pin on the right side of the green. I am hitting an 8-iron here. Perfect club for this shot. I just get a little bit out ahead of this one, push it out to the right, put it into the right side bunker. Not ideal. Not ideal. Oh, this shot here with my lob wedge. Just trying to blast this out, put it up close to the hole.
Sit.
Comes out a little hotter than I'd expected. Not a terrible shot, but I was not trying to fly that up towards the flag. I wanted to land it short and let it release. This is going to leave me a bit of a tricky downhill par putt here. So this putt here, breaking from my left to right.
Come on. Go.
Slow lip out on the low side. Just
something to take it off course, I think.
cannot get any putts to drop. We are now 2 over par through 10. The fourth hole is a 528-yard par 4. This one doglegs a little bit around to the right. Now, overall today, driver has been pretty good, which I'm happy with. This has been the worst club in the bag for me recently. Looking for another good one here. Admittedly not great. Now, it did go a little bit left. It's more of a dead pull than anything. It wasn't like a low pull draw. We're going to be okay there. We're going to be in the left rough. I have 4-iron out. We have 236 yards in. I'm trying to hit like a low hook, which I overdid, honestly. Like, that was my inner Mac Boucher coming out. I needed a decent hook. That was like rope hooked. So I have 39 yards left here. This is my lob wedge. Now I have some green to work with, but this ball is going to land on a downslope. It's just going to kick it forward a little bit. It was on a great line. I'm just not able to stop it coming out of the rough. It goes well past the flag. It's going to give me a much longer look at birdie than I had wanted, but it is a look.
Go.
Come on, keep on going. Keep on going. Yes!
From that distance, it's a decent effort. Another one that doesn't drop. That is a par on the par 5. I don't know if you heard me, I said the hole is looking awfully small right about now, which it was. The fifth hole is a 425-yard par 4 that doglegs around to the left. Again, I am hitting driver, trying to give myself the shortest possible second shot into this green. That way we can improve the proximity and hopefully at some point make a putt. Another good drive there. This one faded on me a little bit more than I wanted. It is going to end up finishing in the right rough, and in fact,
Whoa.
I should have started that much further left
Okay, you're
once I
fine.
got up there. I realized that. We have 124 yards left in. I've got gap wedge. I've got to go up over these trees, so I'm going to hoist that up into the air. It does turn left on me a little bit, but pretty good for distance. Job number 1 was to get it over those trees. We achieved that. We're safely on the green. We have another look at birdie. About 25 feet here. This is a double breaker.
Turn.
Come on, yes, sir.
Yes.
How is that the putt that I
Wow.
made?
That's the putt I made.
That's a bird.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
Thank you.
Back to 1 over. Give that a little celly right there. Just having
Shout
some
out to
fun
Mark.
today with the boys.
Mark, this is for you.
So feeling good after having broken the ice, we're on to the par 3 6th hole, 136 yards, pin at the front of the green. I felt like this was a little bit downwind. I'm hitting a soft pitching wedge here.
Well,
I just kind of fan this one a little bit. Just takes off a little bit to the right, hangs there, and comes up short right in the bunker, which is not a good shot from that yardage whatsoever. We've got a bit of an awkward stance and a bit of an awkward lie. 1 foot out of the bunker, a lot of sand right behind the ball. Job number one here is to make sure this gets out and leaves me a par putt. And all things considered, that really wasn't bad. This putt here, breaking from left to right to save par. Another overread. Just really struggling with the reads on these greens today. We pick one up with the birdie on 12 and give it right back on our 13th hole. The 7th hole is a dogleg right par 4 playing 391 yards. Now I want to hit driver here, I want to stay aggressive, but on this hole I have to go way out to the right over the trees here. Very blind shot, just got to kind of pick a line and trust it. Another very good drive right there. Driver today has overall been fairly good so far. It's not great, but I feel like we're trending back in the right direction.
Well to the right here.
Leaves me 90 yards into this pin on the back right of the green. I'm hitting a lob wedge, trying to fly it past it and spin it back. And just completely kind of misaligned. Lands past it, spins back, but aimed well right of my intended target, so that hurts the proximity. It is another look at birdie. This one breaking from right to left, going a little bit uphill.
Come on.
Girl.
Good putt.
And I got the read right, just didn't quite get the pace. Again, my playing partner almost picked up my ball. It's like, whoa, no, no, no. Decent par there, but disappointed in the birdie effort. The 8th hole is a par 5 today, playing just under 500 yards. They had the boxes moved up a little bit. This is probably the widest hole in the entire golf course. I'm hitting driver. I'm going to try and give this a little bit of extra here. We've got to make a birdie or better on this hole. This does go a little left, but not egregious. I don't love that ball flight, but on this hole it kind of works out and almost gets back into the fairway. Leaves me 178 yards in here, a little bit downwind. This is an 8-iron. This pin was right at the front right of the green, and I did not want to mess with that. No room to miss to the right, so I went safely to the left. There we see it there. Not the best proximity, but I'm not in trouble. I do have an eagle putt. This was a tricky read. Felt like at the top this was going to go from right to left. Either way, it went more left to right earlier than I expected. For pace, it was great. The read, not fantastic. But we do leave ourselves just this little putt left here for birdie. That gets us back to 1 over on the day with 3 holes to play. So 3 holes left here, and I want to make a charge. Starting on the 9th hole, a 381-yard par 4. This is straight away but goes downhill, so you can't see the fairway or the landing area from the tee box. Again, I'm hitting driver, trying to be aggressive. Another slight miss to the left. Don't love that. That's going to kind of crash and bang in the trees up there. It's going to work out okay. I have 93 yards left in, but I really don't have a shot, so I'm trying to punch a 7-iron. And that was awful. I know my last thought before I hit that was don't go long, and I just completely bailed out of it. So, I now have 62 yards left to a back right flag. This is my lob wedge. Clip that really nicely on a great line. 2 bounces, checks hard.
Go.
We've got a reasonably good look at par here. About 8 feet here, turning a little bit from my left to right. This would be huge right now.
Yeah.
Hey, we made another putt. Look at that. Better late than never. But hey, we'll definitely take it right there. Back onto the back 9. The 10th hole is a par 4, 357 yards, going straight back up the hill. Again, trying to be aggressive. I'm hitting driver. Now I've missed 2 in a row, a little bit left. So what do you think is going to happen here? It's definitely not going to go left. Classic overcorrection. Now I'm in the trees here. I've got just under 100 yards. I really don't have a shot. This is a 7-iron that I'm trying to punch out and chase up to the green. And this was played really nicely. Now, it's not great proximity, but the fact that I was able to get that onto the putting surface was phenomenal. Long birdie putt here, uphill, turning from right to left.
Maybe.
Come on, in.
Oh!
It's debatable whether that would have gone in if the pin wasn't there. Either way, it was a good effort. I've still got a little bit of work to do here for par, downhill breaking left to right. We're able to tuck that in. Back-to-back pars from the trees. Not bad, but I need some birdies. Now, we've only got one hole left. Our 18th hole is the 11th hole. It's a 362-yard par 4 down the hill. Straight off the tee, a slight dogleg left. There is water left of the green. I'm hitting hybrid here. This one really isn't very wide and no room to miss to the right. All things considered, that hybrid was quite well played, but it did just fade on me a little bit. Lands on the right side of the fairway and kicks into the fairway bunker.
They just put that bunker in.
A little bit
2 years
unfortunate.
ago.
124 yards left here. I am hitting my gap wedge.
Go.
Fortunately, I catch it heavy. That's not going to come anywhere close to the putting surface. I'm a little disappointed in the way I finished up this round here. Got about 43 yards left here. This is my lob wedge.
Oh no.
This is really nicely clipped, really good for distance, but just like kind of pulled it and then it turned way left once it hit the green. So not very good proximity. It's a tricky putt here, turning from left to right and then breaking the other way at the top.
Curl in.
Really didn't break as much to the right as I thought it would early. Broke harder to the left at the end. This to clean up for a closing bogey in a round of 2 over par 74, which is mighty disappointing. Because for a long time today, really felt like I kind of had things going. Flat stick just really let us down today. Alright guys, hope you have enjoyed this tournament vlog from the Quebec PGA Hadassah-Wizo Pro-Am. First, I just want to give a big thank you to my playing partners for the day, Joe, Alvin, and Boris. We had a great time out there. Really fun day. Thanks to Matt for filming, and a special shout out to Caleb for the amazing club toss on the range. So now that you guys have seen this round, I'm sure you can understand that this was a fairly frustrating one for me. Things have not been great recently for my game. I mean, we did have a pretty good showing at the Monday qualifier for the Bromo Open for the PGA Tour Americas. The next event, the Farnham Championship, very up and down beginning of the round, but had a great finish with 5 birdies in a row. Today, at the start of the round, I felt like overall I was hitting the ball not amazing. Don't get me wrong, I've definitely hit it way better than this in the past, but I felt like the ball striking was kind of trending back to where I'd want it to be. Gave ourselves a lot of very good looks at birdie and just weren't able to convert any of them. Now, I want to talk about what happened on the second hole, which would have been our 9th hole of the day, I believe. Shotgun starts confuse me. I just want to stress that it is not the fault of the amateur in my group who was moving his cart as to why I missed that shot. Whether it's a Pro-Am or let's say a bigger professional event where maybe there's a crowd, there are going to be distractions. It is inevitable. This is something that you have to deal with when playing competitive or professional golf. And I did a very, very poor job of resetting and getting back into my zone and being able to execute a good shot. I do feel like I've been a little bit mentally fragile recently, and I'm really not quite sure why, but I'm trying to dig into that to see why. It might just be that, you know, those who've been watching the channel throughout this season, it's been very up and down. There's been a lot of obstacles that we've had to overcome. It's not the professional or competitive golf is ever easy, but I find this season has been, let's say, more difficult than it normally would be, or than necessary. So yeah, hand up, I own that completely on me there. Now, if we go through the aspects of my game, if we talk about driver first, it was reasonable. It's not the best I've ever hit it. It's not the best I've hit it this year, but it's also definitely not the worst I've hit it this year. There were a number of very good drives, and only a couple of drives that kind of, where I had that left miss that has been bothering me that I'm trying to get rid of. Iron play overall, or let's say irons and wedges, call it approach game, overall fairly decent. Proximity wasn't always fantastic, but I did hit a lot of greens, and I did give myself a lot of reasonable looks at birdie. Short game was okay. Find when I missed greens, I wasn't leaving myself in the best spots. We failed to get up and down a number of times from some awkward spots. But if you're gonna scramble, if you're gonna get up and down, you also have to convert putts, which brings us on to putting. Today was a frustrating one because I felt like I hit a lot of really good putts out there today. And I just struggled a bit with reading the greens and matching up the pace with the read that I had. At the end of the day, we just didn't make enough putts. And if we could have left the ball striking the way it was, and left the short game the way it was, and just putted up to our kind of normal standard, or at least what it's been this year, because I have putted quite well this year, I mean, we easily come in, I'm gonna say 3 or 4 under par. So the 2 over par finish put me in a tie for 10th place. The winner on the North course came in at 6 under. Congratulations to him, good round of golf. If we're looking at the expenses for this one's fairly inexpensive. So with the entry fee and my gas to get to and from the course, cost me about $200. I made $300 finishing in 10th place. So like the way that this Pro-Am works is there is a purse. The higher up you finish, the more you're gonna make. You know, first place on each course, I think they made $1,000. It's not a massive purse, but let's keep in mind that this Pro-Am is a fundraiser. We can't expect it to be a massive course. We appreciate that we have the opportunity to come out on this day and be a part of the fundraiser and compete at the same time. Very grateful for the opportunity. It's always a great tournament. We are very, very well taken care of throughout the day in terms of food on the course, and you know, we get to meet some great people throughout the day and the amateurs that we play it with. Now, regardless of where you finish, there is guaranteed money, which means even if you finish dead last on whatever course that you're on, you're still guaranteed to make $300. And I finished in the first spot that was in that kind of minimum payment of $300. So we did turn a profit, but this was a day that I kind of would have liked to have taken advantage of and made a few more dollars. Anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this tournament recap. Next week on the channel, we have got the next East Coast Pro Tour event, which is the Toronto Open, a 2-day event at Silver Lakes Golf Club, just kind of northeast of Toronto. As outlined in the previous video, I am currently in 5th place in the standings, so I'm going out there trying to get a good finish, to bump myself up those standings, to get into the top 2 in the season-long race, so that I can get DP World Tour Q School paid for, which is the prize for the top 2 finishers for the year. So make sure you come back and check that out. If you're new to the channel, please do me a favor, like this video, leave me a comment down below, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. Channel continues to grow at an incredible rate. I am thrilled with what is happening right now. Let's keep this momentum going. That's a wrap for this one. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, I'll be back again next week with another video. Cheers, guys.